I'm sharing a quick and easy project that would be perfect as a little Christmas gift. Welcome back, my jewellery making friends. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Carol, and on this channel I show you how quick and easy it is to make your own jewellery. My niece Lynda is an author and she's got a book coming out soon, and she asked me about making these cute little key rings as a gift for her pre-order customers, and I said of course, let's do it. So she's got all the stuff and now she needs to know how to do it, so I'm going to share that with you today. So I'm going to walk you step by step through the process, and I'm going to talk about everything that you need, and there will be links in the description box below. So let's get started. There's not much to this keyring, so it doesn't take many materials. So we're starting off with a 25mm split ring, and you'll notice I'm using gold findings here. I also have in front of me 6mm jump rings, and I have 8 of those. I've got 4 5cm head pins in gold as well, and the star of the show are literally the stars. And these ones are 10mm transparent glass, and I also have an 8mm electroplated one in purple. We will need some tools. We will need a pair of flush cutters. We will need 2 pairs of chain nose pliers, and I'm also going to be using a pair of round nose pliers. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make up our dangles. So I'm going to feed a bead onto my head pins and make a loop at the top. Really super simple. So just taking one of my head pins, and I'm going to pop on one of my little star beads, just like that. And now I'm going to bend the wire over my thumbnail there, which is sitting on the top of the bead. So basically what I'm doing is creating a right angle in the wire at the top of the bead. Super simple. Now I'm going to take my flush cutters and I'm going to cut my wire at about 1 centimetre from that fold. Now if you like, you could measure this, but it's not necessary. Just holding both ends so that it doesn't fly away. That's what I have. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I am going to grab the end of the wire between the jaws, and I want to make sure that it doesn't stick up. So when I run my finger over the top of the jaws, you cannot feel the wire. So that's what I have. Now just holding the bead, and I like to tuck my thumbnail in there. That kind of helps making the loops. You kind of push down and around away from you. Turn as far as your wrist will go, then release a little bit. Come back and turn some more. Keep turning until the end of the wire touches the wire coming out of the bead. And that is your dangle made. When you are making your stars, it works better if you put the head pin on the bead so that the base of the head pin, or the flat head, sits up into that little alcove there that is formed by the base of the star. So that basically the point is at the top. It allows you to get a nicer bend in your wire. It also sits much nicer. Now sometimes when you make a loop, you can't quite get it right because it's actually coming down and banging into the bead. So what I need to do then in that case is just pull it back a bit and kind of pull away from the bead and turn it some more. Okay, so there I have my 4 little dangles with my little stars. Alright, so taking my split ring and my jump ring, feeding that on, and feeding on these 2 jump rings. Then closing that up. Now if you haven't used jump rings before, then I will leave you a link in the description box below for a video all about that. Now to one of these jump rings I actually need to add another ring and put on one of my dangles. So I'm going to start off with this clear dangle, and I'm going to open up a jump ring, pop on my dangle, and pop on one of those bottom jump rings there and close it up. And that is what I have now. So you can see that I've got basically a chain of jump rings with my dangle, and I've got a spare jump ring over here. So to that spare one, I'm going to add another dangle. Now you could do one of two things here. You could actually just have added it to this jump ring, and I'm kind of thinking might do that. So I might open that one up after making sure it was really closed. Sometimes you change your mind about things as you go along. So I'm going to open this one, pop on a, what colour? Blue dangle this time, and close that up. And the reason I did that is because I don't want them all to be the same length. I want them all to be kind of staggered. Okay. And that has given me that effect of it being staggered. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is take another jump ring, and I'm going to add it on to this dangle where I've popped on that that clear one. So you can see I've got the spare jump ring here, and I'm going to add to that one. So I'm taking another jump ring and opening it, and you can see it's pretty easy, just two techniques here. And I'm going to put it onto that spare one, and I'm going to put on my little pink dangle and close it up. So that's what I have, and now I'm going to add on some more jump rings, and I'm going to add on my last little star. So what I want to do is add it onto the side of this one here. So taking, now because I want it to be quite long, and I want it to be longer, basically I want it to be longer than this pink one. So if I just added a jump ring here with one star, it would be the same length. So I'm going to add it with two jump rings. So opening this one, and these jump rings are quite thin, so I can sometimes use my fingers. And I'm putting on another jump ring. And that one's not quite closed, but that's okay because I am going to add on the little dangle to it. So just taking that, opening it up, and adding on my last little dangle. Okay. And there is my beautiful little keyring. Don't you think that would make the perfect teacher gift? If I was a teacher, I would certainly like to receive one. Now, if you want to make this, I will leave a link in the description box below to a blog post which will contain a layout diagram for you so that you will see how all of the little jump rings fit together and their dangles. It can be a little confusing sometimes. If you're interested in seeing more tutorials, I have one on the necklace I'm wearing and the earrings and also the bracelet. So I will leave links in the description box below for those ones as well. Also for those two little videos you might need, opening and closing jump rings and making basic clips. Remember, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course ring that little notification bell so that you will never miss a thing. Also, you might like to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.